Hi everyone, I'm Anna, your native English teacher. Welcome to the Real Life English channel. Let's get started. And now, let's move into today's Real Life English podcast.
Hello everyone, I'm Anna. Welcome to Real Life English. This is the place where you learn English for real conversations, not just for exams or textbooks, but for real life. Today we will talk about something very common. Many people study English for years, but when they meet a foreigner, something strange happens. Suddenly, the brain stops working, and the words that you learned for so many years disappear. Maybe this situation sounds familiar to you. You studied English for many years, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. You learned grammar rules, memorized vocabulary, and passed many English tests at school. Sometimes you even received good scores. But when a real person speaks English to you, your brain suddenly becomes empty and you cannot answer even the simplest question. Imagine this moment. A tourist walks toward you and asks a question in English. You hear the words clearly, and you understand the meaning. But your heart starts beating faster. Your brain begins searching for the right sentence. Seconds pass, and nothing comes out. Finally, you only say one word, hello. After that, there is silence, and the conversation stops before it even begins. If this situation happens to you, don't worry. You are not alone. Millions of English learners around the world experience the same problem. The truth is, the problem is not your intelligence and not your effort. Most learners simply trained their brains in the wrong way. They studied English as a subject in school, but they never trained their brains to use English naturally in real conversations. Let me tell you a short story. One of my students once told me something interesting. He said, Anna, I studied English for more than 10 years. I know many English words and grammar rules, but when I meet foreigners, I cannot speak. One day he met a tourist who asked him a simple question about a coffee shop, and suddenly his brain completely froze. The student understood the question perfectly. He knew the vocabulary and even knew the correct answer. But he started thinking too much. His brain tried to build the perfect sentence. He worried about grammar mistakes. He worried about pronunciation. After several seconds of thinking, he finally said only one sentence. Sorry, my English is bad. But the truth was very different. His English was not bad at all. In fact, his English knowledge was quite good. He could read articles and understand videos. The real problem was something else. His brain was trained to analyze English instead of using it. Studying English and speaking English are two very different skills, and many learners do not realize this important difference. One common reason for this problem is translation. Many learners think in their native language first. Then they try to translate that idea into English. But real conversations move very fast, much faster than translation. While your brain is translating sentence by sentence, the conversation continues moving, and you lose the chance to answer naturally. Another reason is fear. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes. They worry that their grammar might be wrong or their pronunciation might sound strange. Because of this fear, the brain tries to avoid risk. The safest choice becomes silence. But here is the truth. Native speakers do not expect perfect English. They only want communication. Real-life English is actually very simple. Many daily conversations use short and easy sentences. Imagine you are sitting in a coffee shop and someone asks you a question. Hi, do you speak English? You do not need a complicated answer. You can simply say, yes, a little. That simple sentence already starts a real conversation. Now imagine the conversation continues. The foreigner asks, can you help me? You can answer, sure. What do you need? These sentences are short and simple, but they are real English. Fluent speakers do not always use difficult words. They communicate quickly and clearly. That is the real goal of learning English. Now let's practice together. Listening and repeating helps your brain become faster. Listen carefully and repeat after me. I can speak a little English. Pause and repeat again. I can speak a little English. Very good. Now the next sentence. Let me think for a second. This sentence is useful because it gives your brain time to organize your thoughts. Here is another helpful sentence for real conversations. Sorry, could you say that again? Repeat it slowly. Sorry, could you say that again? Excellent. These simple sentences can help you survive many conversations. You do not need perfect grammar. What you need is useful English that works in real situations. If you want to improve your speaking ability, train your brain differently, do not only study English. Use English. Speak English whenever possible. Listen to real conversations. Practice small dialogues every day. Little by little, your brain will react faster, and speaking English will start to feel more natural and comfortable. Remember this important idea. Fluent English is not about perfection. Fluent English is about communication. If people understand you, your English is working. So the next time you meet a foreigner, do not be afraid. Start with a simple sentence. Hello, where are you from? These small questions can start a real conversation. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you want to improve your real-life English, continue practicing with this series. Subscribe to the channel and join me in the next lesson. This is Real Life English with Anna, where we practice English for real life, not just for exams. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.